Days away from Ohio's primary, Perrysburg Republican facing a very stiff primary challenge as he seeks a third full term in the Ohio House. The race has featured attack ads coming from both sides. 13 Action News reporter Josh Krupp is live tonight with details on what has become a very hotly contested and expensive race. And Josh is standing by.
State Representative Ghanbari is trying to keep his seat representing Wood County in Columbus. His challenger immigrated to the U.S. legally a couple decades ago. And while Sally Culling is seeking her first elected position in the U.S., she's not new to politics.
I've been extremely disappointed in the current representative that we have for Wood County.
Sally Culling calls herself a traditional conservative. She moved to Perrysburg after meeting her husband, who's originally from Toledo, while working in D.C. Culling was active in politics in her birthplace of England, where she served on Nottingham City Council.
So I won't be a newbie, and I have a record of professional successes.
She says at the top of her priority list in the House, enacting tax cuts for working families and addressing infant and maternal mortality rates.
Keep them in your thoughts and prayers.
Her opponent, State Representative Ghanbari. He served in the military for more than 2 decades and is currently a lieutenant commander in the U.S. Navy Reserve. He's the chair of the House Homeland Security Committee. His endorsement list includes the Fraternal Order of Police, NRA, Ohio Right to Life, and Ohio Association of Professional Firefighters. He declined our interview request. Ghanbari is among a group of Republicans facing primary challenges across Ohio after supporting a moderate Republican for Speaker of the House at the start of 2023. Instead of Lucas County Republican Derek Marin. Republicans internally elected Marin as Speaker at the end of 2022, but when they returned in the new year, some of them sided with Democrats to instead support Jason Stevens for the position. Marin is now supporting multiple candidates challenging Stevens supporters, including Culling. State Senator Teresa Gavarone also endorsing Culling in the race.
She works very, very hard for a district. She knows what's right. She knows what's wrong.
Ghanbari began his tenure in the House after being appointed in March 2019 to replace Gavarone in the chamber after she left to fill a vacant Senate seat. Culling is Ghanbari's first primary challenger. He's received financial support from the Stevens-controlled Ohio House Republican Alliance, running ads like this one in the race.
Lock your doors, bar your windows. Keep Sally Culling out of our state house.
Culling countering with attack ads of her own.
Hurrahs lines his pockets.
I strongly believe my grassroots army can defeat him and win this election. I much prefer to talk about the issues. I think the attacks on me have been both bigoted and have been completely wrong.
Culling's full interview is streaming now on our digital platforms. Again, Ghanbari declined our interview request, citing his schedule on the campaign trail. Early voting continues through Sunday. Election Day is next Tuesday. Diane.